So as a realtor, I've noticed a lot of people moving into Grand Junction are not familiar with irrigation pumps. So I thought today I would show how to clean the filters on the pumps, because they move here and they're watering and all of a sudden the water stops and they can't figure out what's going on, and they call someone in and they spend a lot of money just to have someone show them how to change a filter. So here we go. So with the irrigation pump, one of the best things I can tell you to get is a strap wrench. These things are great. They adjust to just about any size. You can use them for many things. It's perfect for removing the filters and the covers on the filter. If you can, however, when you order one, get one like my old one that has the little ridges on the inside, because it grabs much better. This one is smooth on the inside, and especially this little filter, if it's at all wet, it's going to slip. So, first thing you need to do, make sure you turn the water off. So here's your main valve, turn that off. Now, the bigger filter, there's two filters. This is the larger filter, which cuts out the large stuff, and then your fine filter, which cuts out the smaller items. Get your strap wrench, put it on, and boom, it loosens it right up. Open this baby up, and you see all the crud and crumb in there, and look at all the dirt as I pour it out. So you need to rinse this, wash this off. Next, come over to the small filter. Again, take your strap wrench, and with the smooth one, sometimes it still slips if this is wet. So the trick I figured out is you put it on, you don't have to have it perfect, get it on there, and then grab the strap with your hand and then apply the pressure, and it helps you to loosen it right up. Another thing you can do is open up the valve first, right here, and that lets out, if you can watch it, a whole lot of dirt. Look how dirty that water is. Now it's easier to open because you don't have any water backed up pressure on this. And look at how filthy that is. So that really stops the water from flowing. Take your hose and a nozzle and spray out the Now this little one, if it's really bad, you can actually take a brush to it, an old toothbrush or a hand brush, and use it on this. And eventually they're going to get so bad that you're going to have to just replace it. They're not that expensive. Okay. It's also a good idea to rinse out this too. Now when you put this back in, make sure you have the open end facing up into the pump. That's the right way to do it. And when you tighten it back, most people can tighten it enough by hand. You just have to get it tight enough to where you know it's not going to leak. You don't want to romp on it too hard, you can break it. Make sure you turn off the valve. Then, again, same thing, put this one back in. There's a gasket in here. You make sure the gasket is on the rim here to keep it from leaking. And again, I do it by hand, but if you can't do it hard enough by hand, you can use your strap wrench again. Just don't romp on it too tight, because this is plastic, you can't break it. Pretty much you're done. Turn the water back on, and then you want to go manually turn on your sprinklers to make sure that everything's working, because you have a low pressure valve here, so if there's not enough pressure, it automatically turns off the pump so that it doesn't burn, your pump doesn't burn up running dry. So just remember that. And if your filters get too clogged, not enough pressure, water's coming through, and this will shut off your pump so that nothing happens. So go in. It might take you, sometimes when I do this, there's enough of an air gap, I have to push the manual button 2 times, one time even 3 times, to make sure your sprinklers start, and then you're done. Ready to go. Quick, simple, easy. Thanks. Now most of you have dealt with sprinkler boxes before, but just for the heck of it, I want to make sure you just come up to the manual start button, hit it one time, wait and see if the sprinklers come on. Now my sprinklers did not come on, so I have to cycle all the way through all the stations, wait a second, and then hit it again. And you'll know it's not working too because you'll hear the clock click off, meaning that it's not running or your low pressure valve turned the system off. So it did take me a third time to get my sprinklers going because there's such an air gap from me cleaning the filters. This should take care of it. I hope this helps you out, and have a wonderful day and green grass.